Hi guys, welcome to this stay rolling video. So we have ArcoLinux, and ArcoLinux is a stay rolling distribution, which means that ArcoLinux is a stay rolling distribution. This video is how to stay up to date. So when we release, let's see if everything is correct. So when we release the ISOs, you have a decision to make. Either you do a clean install or you just say I keep updating and keep rolling. And to mimic this, to show you what changed, then we take a VirtualBox, for example, and we put in the one from, in this case, July. So the last release was more or less end June, and in the beginning of July then we released the ISO. So I'll go and install that one because we need to go back to travel back in time, basically. And that's what we do, because every ISO you find out there is a moment in time. It's a frozen moment in time with all the directories, files, configurations of that moment. Now there are two things, and you always have to remember yourself about that. That's Calamares. Calamares is the installer, a Swiss knife for all Linux distributions to put ones and zeros on your machine. Now there are two options in here. There's the option to do a simple installation, easy installation, and the advanced installation. Just show you the advanced installation. This is the deal we've made. Use the easy installation if the advanced installation fails, because this guy is super interesting and super advanced because we can select all kinds of things like kernels and so on. Let's just walk through it, but I will not use this one. Why? Because it will also update everything. So that's not really stay rolling. That's like installing a clean install and updating in the flow in the Calamares installer. So this is great if it works, because it depends on the servers, it depends on key rings, it depends on package builds that have been changed by ArcoLinux guys that say this conflicts with that, and then everything stops. So the easy installation is the one I'm going to use, because this really is end of June, right? When you use this, nothing will conflict because of the fact that nothing is there to conflict with anything, right? It's just ones and zeros going over to your machines. This will work always. Choose whatever you like, choose whatever you want, and we'll do as how to stay rolling, so update the system afterwards. Now, ArcoLinux is known to be huge. Well, but it's huge, right? But there will be lots of downloads always. So if that's an issue, maybe this is just not a good distribution for you, depending on where you live on the globe and how much access you have to the internet, even to electricity, right? Things like that. Well, it matters, the choice. So here we are going to copy paste stuff over. Ones and zeros are moving from A to B. Nothing can go wrong. Well, a lot of things can go wrong. Your hard disk may fail, electricity may go down and stuff like that. But normally, right, normally everything will just be fine. Basically what he's doing, this guy, a little bit technical here, he's gonna get stuff that's in here. This is the A, this is the source, and he's gonna put it to B, the targets. And that's it, right? If everything is mounted nicely, then this will go here, and that's it. That's what he's doing, and then later on we'll do some more stuff to make it an operating system. But this is not the point of the video. The point of the video is how to update, how to stay rolling. So we're installing something that's from end of June, rebooting, and then we update. Let's pause the video. And then we can reboot. Now the ISO is still in there, so I'll have to go down a few lines because this is a virtual machine, and this is what you normally get, a grub. And now we update, right? It's up to you to explore all these buttons, see what it all means and what it entails, and join us on social media if you like, and even become a patron if you like. Now, how to stay rolling, that's the thing. update. That's it, right? Control C, alias. Whoa. So these are all our aliases. So have a look at them. And alias update is one that I would like to put forward, and then later on we'll do an alias up all. The one is the standard ArcoLinux one, right? And the other one is the AOR Paru, an AOR helper like Ye is, like Tryson was, like Yaourt was, and so on. So these things will, in a matter of years, decades, right, will change always. But they're all basically AOR helpers. If you want to know what that is, ArcoLinux AOR helpers. You end up in the wiki pages and you read. So, updating. Now, if you want to learn, and this is a distro to learn, you might be interested to a backup scal. Now, what happened to your system? Nothing, it seems. Control H, you've just made a backup of etc scal. What is etc scal? That's where all the configurations are. And if you're interested in tiling window managers, that's where they are, right? etc scal. This is where everything is updated. Not on your home directory. It will not write to your home directory. Well, it's not done. But we will write here. And it's up to you to get the latest bash RC in, or the latest configuration of BSPWM, or etc, etc. All these files are present. Now, we didn't like to really do a copy paste all the time. Basically, that's it. So this is hidden. Don't forget, this is hidden. Control H, Control A, Control C, Control V. We know the combo, right? Control V and everything is overwritten. But scal does a little bit more than that. It just makes a backup as well. So a lot of text, an article to follow, videos to watch, if you know what it is, and then you type just yes. And you get a configuration backup. So the complete.config is here. So nothing is lost. If you were making a new polybar, if you were changing a theme for Plank, if you were changing settings of Paru, it's there. Backup. All right, so we have the content of the current etc scal in here. This is the content of the etc scal. Now, when I update, that content will change. Now, ArcoLinux wouldn't be ArcoLinux if there were no key issues. ArcoLinux Web of Trust. Let's see if that is a good search. I don't know. This is the website from Pierre Schmitz, but I wanted, of course, to get to the ArcoLinux webpage. Master signing keys looks like a good one. So ArcoLinux has a few guys, and they have the master keys, and there are other guys with other keys. And basically it says, and this is a nice little thing, right? You can pull this little thing, and there is a name behind it. Every package is signed, and hence the problems with keys always, right? There is a David Runge that's new, and importing the key, if you say yes, life would be so simple, right? Yes, and it failed. Nothing done. Errors occurred, no packages were upgraded. So the thing you need to remember about anything ArcoLinux related, anything ArcoLinux related, I repeat, is ArcoLinux keyring. That's it. We have a keyring of April the 24th. In the meantime, April, May, June, July, people were deleted. Some of these guys do not exist anymore. Some of the guys are new, and some of the keys just needed an update. So this is it. That's the solution. First, install the new ArcoLinux keyring, however you can, right? Depending on the issue you're having. That's the goal. Get the ArcoLinux keyring in, and then type update. So if you want to read up, here is a good page, but there are more pages. Sometimes they put it to the right, but not in this case. But ArcoLinux signing, for example, would be something interesting. GNU PG. You'll find other pages on the wiki. Maybe wiki signing or something, I don't know. Or keys. Key servers. You'll find a lot of information about keys and keys not working. It's been the end of June, right? ArcoLinux normally takes holidays in July and August. That means we have more or less 2 months of updates coming in, and I think it was around 1.5 gigabytes of updates. And that is normal, right? That's normal, that's the total installed size. And either you accept that or you choose another distro, because ArcoLinux provides a lot of updates. Here it is, 1.5 gigabyte of download, right? Extracted, it's this one. So we wait, and yes, I did not do this with PAMAC, which I love and like. All good, a lot to learn from it, because we can see the dependencies in the files and who made it actually, where is it from, etc. Lots of information, but updating is done here. And then we analyze, we follow, even though we don't know all the names, we follow the technicality, and we read from time to time what it says, right? Here we have the ArcoLinux keyring, that's why everything was red here, the key from David and Alexander. We're not in. And then we go down, and we can read these little messages here. This is quite normal. We don't like the XFCE backgrounds, so we delete them. And that's why they say, could not get file information. No, we hate the backgrounds, they're gone, right? Stuff like that. Back new is explained as well somewhere. So if there is a file that is there but needs an update, is gonna call it pack new, and it's up to you, the user, to see whether you update it or not. So compare with melt and see if you think it's important. Most of the time, let's be honest, it's not important. The mirror list has changed, but then again we use RAM, or we use mirror S, mirror D to change a mirror list, so who cares? So it really boils down to some knowledge, what to do and what not to do. But over the years, you'll find it. You'll get that knowledge. ArcoLinux tweak tool here. This is now supported. All these operating systems, ArcoLinux based operating systems, can benefit from the ATT, or the ArcoLinux tweak tool. And here's some references to the etc scal. So we update the packages not to your home directory, but to the etc scal fish, and so on. So just scroll through it, and from time to time check out what it says and say, okay, interesting, there's something new in the Bluetooth, so there's a pack new. Maybe if you have issues with Bluetooth, you'll have a look and say, okay, is there a new parameter, new variable, anything that to improve my Bluetooth experience? And in the end, the machine will say, done. It will also give you a message that a reboot is recommended. With a longer period like that, surely you'll have a Linux kernel, a new kernel coming in. And that's the signal to do either the long way or to the reboot, right? Or SR, smaller, shorter, faster, and reboot the system. So the new kernel, the new drivers can kick in and are being used. Now, this was the update of the packages, any package that you have. If you have installed lots of packages from AUR, right, then you need to do as well up all. Then Paru kicks in and says, oh, look at that. I'm looking for AUR packages, AUR upgrades, and if possible, if necessary, right, he'll update those packages as well. Before I go into this line, we did something and we did a backup scale, right? We did this one. So this was before the haircut, before the update, and then you take an image after the haircut. Now you're looking good, right? So backup scale again. Now if we have two folders, and this is quite interesting to just that one, of course, just etc scale, but there are other places that get an update, but these two guys can be compared. What changed since the end of June? This is the answer. This changed against this changed, and we don't want to see the same things, right? Less information, please. Show me this. This is still to be explained. We've deleted or added, I guess, added ArcoLinux logos, fish, config fish. We can have a look in the detail. Changed a little bit of things here, a little code there, and here's some code, extra code, set locale, English. User lists, a little bit change here, sorting it, color, pulse audio, just to know what am I on. Am I on pulse audio? Am I on pipewire? You type audio, you get this line, and then it shows you you're on pipewire, you're on pulse audio. By default, you'll be on pulse audio. ATT, the ArcoLinux tweak tool, you can switch easily with a button. All right, and there's ISO and ISO, which gives you a little bit more information and so on. So this is interesting. You can see in detail what changed to my Nano RC. Well, basically it's an update of the config I see, spaces and all that, but it's up to date now. And the Bash RC, the same kind of aliases will be there. So this is the way to keep up when and see, analyze what changed to the system. If I do a clean install, you'll get this, right? You get the new config. There's some other smaller changes here, and great. So the backup scale thing is the way to keep track of all the small changes over the months and years. Okay, that's explained. So the upall thing, that's explained, well, partially. Here we'll get a stay rolling folder for 2021 going from 2206 to 2009. Basically, I will put this in there. Nothing to do. Except, all right, and I'll just include it in the video and not in the script. If you do an upall, people will get this message. ArcoLinux Arc Themes 2021 Git. It's not existing. It says it's not an AOR. Obviously not. It's a package coming from the ArcoLinux repos. But you'll see in the video, the new what is new video, that we've spent like 4 weeks on the ArcoLinux tweak tool. And in there, we've made it possible to install the Arc themes. And this package has been deleted. And in the place, we get this. Right, this is a group package, so to speak. Actually, it's one package, but it contains all of these guys that you see now. So if you really wanted to go to just for smoke or Takao or Tori, something red, something orange, something blue, right? Then you can select just the one you like. Here, ArcoLinux Arc Themes, you get 24, 25, I don't know, that's around 40, I think, of them. And now you get a choice. Now if you say, oh my god, I have to type all of them separately, nope. Meta, remember we have these meta packages, meta logout, meta samba, meta asn theme, and here is meta arc theme. So if you do this one and say install me this, it'll just install all of them. Then you analyze and you say, I like this one, I like that one, or remember the name, and you just install that one. That's the idea. All right, You'll see in the Calamaris installer, the new guy from September, that you can actually select one of these guys, or 2, 3, 4, right? But separate colors, not this one, the message of 2021. This one is a color. It's not there in Calamaris, it's not there on the repos. And that's what he's saying here. It's not in the AOR. Never was. It has always been on the ArcoLinux repo. But Paru does not know that. All right. So that's basically, let me think, all I need to tell. So how to stay rolling, updating. We've done the keyring and then the uphold to see if any AOR package needs updating. We saw a strange thing, and what I would do, I should probably show you. So if you do uphold, right, that's where we ended, and I say, oh my god, what's this thing? Fine, remove it. Sudo pacman -r. The package does not exist anymore. It's code of 2021, and all the other guys are code of 2022. 238 less. And you can do the sudo pacman -s ArcoLinux arc or meta arc, for example. You get all these guys in. 48 of them. Now we know the number. 48 arc themes with different color. By default, you're looking at always the default arc theme, default blue. But if you have different wallpapers, different icons, you can select the theme to have a nicer, better color. So on XFC, we do this appearance, and here we have all these colors. Then you learn which one you like, right? And if you want to remove these guys, then remember there's the R thing. No. And there's the RD thing. And no. I'm afraid we're stuck with all of them. RS, yeah, that's it. I was thinking, what was the game? RS, holiday, right? Great. So now everything is gone again, and later on you decide, oh, maybe I should get Arc Dawn back, right? So assuming we like this one, we say remove everything in one go. That's done. And then Arc Dawn. Oh, R. So S, install, ArcoLinux, Arc Dawn. Everything with a D. Oh, actually, I like Dracul as well. Okay, fine. Dracul, that's a new guy. And ArcoLinux, Arc Dawn. And only these two guys will be there. And there they are. All right. And we have some icons and the Surfen. Let's see if I can find it. Surfen Dracul. We have actually icons that go with the Dracul. All right, and you see it with the Super Shift Enter. I rather speak in shortcuts, so you already know these keyboard shortcuts that work everywhere you go. Awesome, BSPWM, Plasma, anywhere. Voila. I've told everything and you need to know, and much more. And you have now an up-to-date system. All right, cheers.